skate day 2025. I'm headed up to the city. Was kind of a quick decision I made. Wasn't sure if I was gonna go up, but in the end I was like, all right, let me just get on the train. I woke up early enough, let's do it. It was a nice and easy train ride up there. As soon as I got into Penn Station, I hit the T spot that's in there called Gongcha, and I got this, I don't know what you call it in English. I'll put the name up there. I decided I was gonna explore a different area of the city today. I got out of the subway and I saw a neck face tag, so I was like, dang, I made the right choice. Took a little stroll through the park, listened to some music for a second, just people watching, feeling the vibes. The vibes were good. Checked out a little ledge. Didn't look like I could skate it. Yeah. But by that time I got a little hungry, so I went to the dumpling shop and I got some dumplings and some salty soy milk, which is actually delicious. Try it if you never had it. And then I was just walking around, saw this guy had a very unique way of getting some change. I booked it over to Tompkins, and I haven't been to this area of the city in a really long time, and so I was really excited to go back. Last time I was over in this zone, I was probably, I don't know, 17? Somewhere around there, but it's definitely a lot different now. It's super sick. It's just a cool vibe. If you guys have never been here, just like a basketball court, and there's a bunch of different obstacles, and then all around it is like a nice park, good food, you know, drinks or whatever. Like anything you can think of, it's all like in this zone. So it's super sick, and they have bathrooms too. And so I basically skated this area until I thought I was gonna pass out. I skated a lot more than I filmed, but I couldn't film too much because it was so hot that my phone kept shutting off from the heat. And I was so hot that I ended up going to get a Ralph's Italian Ice across the street. And after that, I went to the corner store to just buy some drinks. And while I was in there, I spilled a little bit of the Italian Ice on the carpet or whatever. And I turned to the guy who saw me drop it and like jokingly go to him, shh, like don't tell them I dropped it. And so the guy was like, by the way, like go stop at the shop down the street. We're having free sandwiches and stuff. And actually I had been meaning to check out the shop because my friend is good friends with the guys who run it, and so I was like, dang, I gotta check this out, and I didn't realize it was so close to Tompkins. I was like, okay, that worked out really well. And so anyway, I grabbed a Topo Chico and then headed to skate this box down the street at another shop, and it was one of those Keen Ramps boxes that I've been meaning to try to skate because I wanted to see how good or bad they were, and I actually had a lot of fun skating this box. I would definitely consider buying one after sessioning this one. So it was just me and a couple other kids skating this box for a while, and then there was like a media person that came out and was taking pictures. It was definitely a cool vibe with like the box in the street and the cars and stuff. I love skating in New York. It's definitely one of my favorite places that I've ever skated. And as time went on, more and more people showed up. I'm assuming this whole jam session that you're about to see was planned. I just had no idea that it was happening. But yeah, a lot of people showed up to session the box, and they were doing like tricks for product. And for you guys who don't know what that means, it means like you do tricks and then they give you like shirts and hats and shoes or whatever. So it's basically like a trick contest. So they were like calling out tricks, like, I don't know, like a crook shove, and the first person to do a crook shove would get something. Or if you like did a crazy trick or like a good trick, then they would like give you a shirt or whatever. Yeah, but the kids were psyched, and like the cars were going by and you had to dodge, weave in and out of the cars, and you know, weave in and out of the people, and it was definitely a fun scene. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. And I ended up getting a shirt somehow. They gave me a shirt. I was super psyched on that. Thank you guys. This shirt is really nice, and I'm gonna wear it a lot. So at the end, there was some more stuff to give out, and they ended up just throwing it out into the crowd, and people were going nuts, dude. It's so sick. I was originally gonna leave much earlier, but I decided to stay for this event, and I'm psyched. I had a really good time. It was sick. So on the way back to Penn Station, I stopped at 50 Land, which is a very popular Taiwanese tea shop chain. I haven't had this in a really long time, so I was super psyched. So as some of you know, I've lived in Taiwan for over a decade, and so tea is like an everyday thing there, and I miss being able to go to tea shops and get cheap tea. So a very tired and sweaty me was drinking my tea, and then I booked it over to Penn Station with little time to spare. So I got some pizza from the pizza shop in there, and actually I like that pizza shop. I like the fresh mozzarella vodka sauce with pesto slice. It's like good. So I was all ready to go. I was teed up. I was pizzaed up, and then I realized the train was canceled. And then they canceled the next train after that, and then they told me that there wasn't going to be a train. So I panicked, and I ended up just buying a hotel room because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get out of here, but I'm super sweaty, super tired. I don't want to stay up all night without taking a shower, at least. Ended up getting some dinner from a Taiwanese spot that was right down the street from the hotel. I gotta say, I was very, very happy to be in a hotel. Ended up renting a cheap little hotel room. And then as soon as I booked the room, they resumed the trains on that line. So I don't know. It is what it is. I'll get a session in tomorrow before it gets too hot, and then shoot back home. It's gonna be a two-day go skate day, I guess. I am so tired, and I'm waiting to take a shower, and there's people in the shower. I might just sleep like this. This new shirt. This shirt is sick. Had a midnight snack, and then I headed to bed. The next morning, I drank a bunch of water, and outside was raining. I didn't know it was supposed to rain. It was rain and thunder and lightning. I was able to find a nice little breakfast spot and had some pork liver changfen and some Hong Kong style milk tea for breakfast. I was psyched on that. Everything was getting wet. My board was wet, and so I bought an umbrella thinking that that would help. And it kept me pretty dry, but it did not keep my board or my backpack dry because it was a little small. My plan was to just brave the rain down to LES and hope that the ground was dry enough. And I made it through most of Chinatown, but the rain ended up getting like really strong. So I had to stop and buy a rain poncho for my board. So I didn't want to kill my new board. So this is the only spot that seems to be dry around here, and I'm just gonna skate. My board got completely soaked, and the ground is kind of wet everywhere, so I'm just gonna be careful. But yeah, stoked to get to skate. It's not super hot. Was definitely feeling super sore from yesterday. I didn't really have it in me to like try any tricks on the ledge at this first spot. I was just like, ugh, I need to save a little bit of energy for later in case it clears up and I can skate. So after not landing any ledge tricks, I decided to skate the quarter pipe for a second, and it was starting to get dry outside, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to skate at least one street spot before I leave.
Bro, I got you a free tee. Let's get it. Be unique.
Sick, dude. All right, go follow. What's your handle on Instagram?
Be unique _ incorporated.
All right, let's go. XL. I'm gonna lose weight. All right, so I've been meaning to check out this spot, Cherry Street, whatever this ledge is called. It's not as bad as they said. I decided that was it for my skateboarding for the day. Headed to the chai spot, got a samosa and some tea. I was gonna go in there, but I didn't want to take my shoes off because I was so sweaty. Yeah, it wasn't happening. So I'll be back. I'll be back to go sit in there. Then I headed to the noodle shop next door, got some pork intestine noodles. It was nice to have some pork intestine. I don't really get to eat this often now because I just don't really see anywhere I could buy it. And right before I left, I was like, I really want to try this matcha shop, and so I hit the matcha real quick. Dude, this thing was crazy. I thought I was going to go on the train with it, and it had no top, so I had to finish it right there and then run to get on the train. Oh my gosh, it was so close. So I ran back to Penn and jumped on the train right before the doors closed, basically. I was like, whoa, I'm making it home. Just got back into Jersey. It has been a very hot, sweaty weekend. All my clothes are like soaked through. I don't know how many t-shirts I went through, but I went through a lot of t-shirts. My pants were all soaked in sweat, and now we're gonna go down to the beach and just jump in and wash it all off.